Hey, what's up? This is Mick, and you're listening to Piedmont Artist Profiles on Snow Peak Radio. Welcome to Piedmont Artist Profiles. I'm your host, Mick, and I'm the only person in the room. I swear. Anyway, this episode's with local singer, songwriter, performer, and just all-around beautiful soul, Adayla. I first heard Adayla perform at an open mic at Studio 13 in Cornelius. Her powerful yet delicate voice struck me, as did the lyrics to her song Whiskey River, which I actually featured in episode 10, so gratuitous plug there. I reached out to her after that performance to ask her permission to use that song. In our conversation we had, I asked her if she had any big projects coming up. She said one key phrase that's Tiny Stage concerts. The Tiny Stage video series is the work of Mr. Louis Beeler, a local singer-songwriter and performer who has a similar passion to mine, and that's the promotion of local artists. For him, it's musicians in particular. I've watched most of the videos he's done, and I love them, man. Louis has this minimalist approach to these performances that really highlight the talent of the performers on set. So I asked if I could do an interview with her and talk a little bit about the Tiny Stage experience. I caught up with her on a sweltering July evening at the Oak Street Mill in Cornelius. Her and her partners had their art booth set up, and Adayla was set to perform a set of original songs during the musical showcase there that's hosted by the fine folks over at Old Town Cornelius and Bella Love.
The song is called Into the Light.
She had a really good set, performing a few songs and really drawing the crowd in to hear her voice. She had children closing into the stage to listen, and people that were scattered amongst the booths outside were stopping their conversations to look towards the small stage. Afterwards, I was able to sit down with her in Studio 13 and get to know her a little bit.
I started classically trained with the Charlotte Children's Choir, so that did take a very long time to realize that I did have some sort of talent. After getting out of my own skin, I decided to start writing music. That was back in 2002, and then it got pretty serious after that. When I was about 9 or 10, that was my first audition with the Charlotte Children's Choir, and I saw them do the Broadway show Oliver Twist, yeah. And I was just like, wow, I want to do that. And so I did the audition, scared out of my mind, didn't think I was going to amount to anything. And Sandy Holland, shout out to her, she's the director. She said, here, read this music. I'm like, oh God, I'm going to fail miserably. But we got through it, and she still let me into the program, and it's probably the best thing I ever did. We toured all over the world. We went to France and Canada, Germany, and everywhere, just solos and good classical music, some of them, not in English, so that really did help me articulate my genre. So yeah, definitely the best part of my life was that. I'm not fluent, but I do sing in Japanese, French, and African dialects. I did a Studio 13 the night that you recorded The Risky River, my original, and one of the young ladies told me, yeah, you need to get in touch with him, like, yesterday. And I was like, I don't know who you're talking about. But, okay, sure. And she said, I'm going to put you on my Facebook. And she sent it to me, and I was just like, yeah, I would love to, And I looked them up on YouTube, and I saw, like, the many people that have gone up there. I was like, yeah, this is definitely a place where I can really have a center and see if people dig my music, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm hoping to create more of a buzz fan base right before my music video comes out. So I'm going to do a full set of half of my songs, and hoping that people will start following me on my Instagram and Facebook and my Wix account so they can hear more of my original music and see what happens.
I was really impressed with Adayla's calm and sweet demeanor. Her songs are often written seemingly from a place of pain, but are overall messages of hope and the possibilities one has to change their own lives and the lives of others. We talked about her favorite venues and some of the struggles being a young songwriter and being noticed for your original work.
Right now, it's Plaza Midwood. Petra's is one of the good places to go. Snug Harbor is a decent place as well. That's usually where I would go to, just hang out and, be myself. And I've noticed that there are, again, so many good artists that are available, but if they can't get into that venue because they want covers, they won't take it, because that's a full set of 10, 15 songs that aren't yours. So absolutely, yeah. For what I'm doing right now is pretty much the only way I've seen that fits is letting people have a space in the house to just set up and work on their songs. They can make mistakes, because I have noticed for years now, I never wanted to be a cover artist. I love doing covers, but I wanted to make sure that I had my chance to sing my original music. So I shied away from it a lot. I would do like weddings and anniversaries and things like that on the side, to keep, my practice up. But in venues, it was definitely difficult to stay true to myself. Yeah, it's always just been Rico. For the longest time, we've added in his younger brother. His name is Nachi. He does the guitar and bass. I think he's about 14, 15 years old now, and he's just gotten so good. So when we have house parties at my home, we usually incorporate him into our set. So it's really great to, let people into our home, and they can eat, they can have good wine and performers, and that's another part of the business that we want to kind of scope on. If you can't get into a venue and you are a local artist and you just need somewhere to like kind of practice and get a fan base, that's where I want people to like, hey, Adayla has a place, so as I'm getting older, I've realized that I want to affect change, and in order for me to do that, I have to put it down on paper and then send it to the people to hear, give them a sense of hope that it's not always the end, like, just keep going, see what happens. Yeah, I usually stick myself literally in a corner and start with the feeling. Usually the feeling lingers all day, and then when I have time, because I have children, so I have time to get away and everybody's asleep, then I start writing a little chorus at least, and then I go from there. I usually start on chorus.
Do you write poetry as well?
I did when I started writing, but ever since I've learned that I had a sense of melodic feel when it's in my head, I usually go for the chorus first, and those words just come out.
I like to play different kinds of genres, so this what I would say considered a country song. So, 2 leaps. Take 2 leaps, then you crawl them back. You call it trust, yet you force a lie. Things I wanted to say, why you do me that way? Can we start over today? Does anybody feel the way I do? The way I feel about you. It's a shocking pain I like. Yeah, the soothing touch defies. Only by you, only by you, only by you. 'Cause I don't wanna fight with you. I just wanna love you. I'm calling all my love. I'm calling all my love. I'm calling all my love to you. I know you've been hurt before, yeah. Corrupted your mind right to the core. Gotta put your past behind you. You know it's the truth. Know it's the truth. Know it's the truth. 'Cause I don't wanna fight with you. I just wanna love you. I'm calling all my love. 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 I'm calling all my love to you.
My muse is my partner, Rico, and I. He's basically the one that told me I should really start writing. There's no sense of waiting. And he plays the guitar, so he usually starts with a little ditty, and I was like, "Ooh, that sounds really good." So I usually go in there and see what happens. So he's definitely the main muse of my life. No, Rico is all the visual arts side. We met in high school, so we're technically high school sweethearts. We met in photography class, and I noticed that he had a huge talent, and that's when we started talking, and I was like, yeah, you should really keep going, keep doing what you're doing. And friends became something else, and I get to see that entire process from high school, and just him doing little doodles here, from like doing murals like that one. Well, me and Rico always thought that we would get to that point eventually. We've been in a relationship for almost 10 years now, so after grasping our rock, our center, we decided to see if we can invite another person into our life and love them. And I was working at Starbucks at the time, and I met Chris, and she trained me, and rest is history. She was like the most kindest, honest and good person, and he was like, hey, let's see what happens. And it's been 4 years now.
Adayla's partner, Rico, as you heard, provides not only the music for her songs, but also a lot of the motivation to keep her persisting. Her and Rico have a unique and lovely relationship with their partner, Chris, an artist and photographer, and you can see her work there on Adayla's website. I caught up with Adayla a few days after she taped her episode to see how it went and to see what she had going on next in her life.
Yeah.
I think it will. I think you're going to do well. So how was the tiny stage experience?
Tiny stage. Oh my gosh. It was totally cute. I was like, I don't know where I'm going. Wait, we're in a neighborhood. Wait, we're going to a house?
Yeah.
No way. I didn't get to go up there earlier. I didn't have time. But yeah, I was just like, this is your home? See? That's why I love you guys. Like, we're doing the same kind of piece. So that was really awesome to, just come into our living room and it be all set up and kind of like Tinky Bar beach kind of feel with the backdrop. And I was just like, okay, yep, taking my shoes off. I'm already comfortable. My little boy was nice and quiet, and we went through our set. It's like, oh, that's amazing. I didn't expect you to go do one take for every song, but we got it. It's
nice.
like, oh, sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm happy about that.
So you guys just kind of played straight through?
We played straight through.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So you don't want another take? Nah, for what? Nah, we're good.
Did you learn anything with the experience? Sounds like it was pretty easy for you.
I mean, I wouldn't say easy. I guess I'll try to make it look easy, like figure skaters doing triple deluxe whatever, loops and stuff. But yeah, it was difficult getting there. Emilio's godfather, what's up, Phrase? He definitely came through and helped us out, and because we didn't have a babysitter at the time, and I was like, oh God, if you don't have a babysitter, then we're stuck. Yeah. And I had to have somebody like watch it for a couple of hours, and no one. So I was like, dang, let's call Godfather up. So that was really awesome. He came through, and he's been representing us for a while now. So that was probably the hard part of the day. And then right after that, we went to one of Rico's art events. He was at downtown Charlotte doing live painting and selling his work. So we literally was like, okay, you did your thing, okay, let's do Rico's thing. And we've just been, bouncing back and forth with that for a while.
You guys got like a little art mafia going on.
I
dig it. You got all the angles covered.
Yeah, we got our entourage.
So you did a show the other day at a public garden. Was that pretty good?
Oh, yes. Benu Gardens. Yes, off of South Turner Avenue. Shout out, Bernard. Yes, that was amazing. I kind of snuck in that gig. Oh, yeah. Another shout out to Kisol. He was doing that event, and I looked at the flyer, and I was like, man, there's going to be some really good performers. And I was like, I wonder if I can get that last minute. Maybe he'll say yes. And he was like, yeah. I was like, yes. So, yeah, we went there. We cleaned up, had our meeting, and he was like, okay, well, since you're the last person to be in the, showcase, you go first. Cool. Cool with me. Let's do it. So, we set up all the equipment. People started showing up about an hour after we said to come, which is, normal. And had an amazing set and got a lot of new connects because I'm going to do an event there as well. We're going to do the Halloween community party. So have kids come, during the day, and they can kind of trick or treat and have like cars set up for decorations, so they can trick or treat and be safe. And then, later on that evening, we'll have a showcase, with different artists and dancers and things of that nature. There's a lot of vendors, and I'm really hoping for that to work out. But Halloween, everybody loves Halloween.
What's the name of the place again?
Benu Gardens.
Benu Gardens.
Mm-hmm. It's 500 South Turner Avenue. It's a beautiful place. You can buy whatever you want from the gardens right there. Everything is grown right there, and people come for their community service and help make sure that everything stays alive, and it's really beautiful.
That's pretty cool.
Beautiful.
So you got the music video you're shooting tomorrow. What else you got coming up?
I got 2 other music videos that I'm supposed to be shooting. One is with, I'm going to say his last name wrong. Brant Waldeck. He's going to be doing a music video for me, and also, let me see. Last names are not my favorite.
Yeah.
Lawrence Logan is also going to do a music video for me from hopefully my EP that will come out beginning of the new year, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Cool.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for taking some time. Thanks for listening. That was a fun episode to put together. Thanks to Adayla, Rico, Chris, and my little man Emilio for letting me share a little bit of their story. You can find Adayla on Facebook, and from there it'll take you to her website. She's also on Instagram, and so is Rico. Rico's also on Facebook, and he has a website under Nye Illustrated. There are links to all of those things in the post and the show notes that should be there in your podcast app. Also, thanks to Louis Beeler, who was kind enough to do an interview with me, but a pesky air conditioning conduct destroyed that audio. That's my bad. I should have checked it in the headphones before I started recording. But you can find Louis on Facebook at Tiny Stage Concerts and on YouTube, where you can subscribe to his channel, enjoy the many, many episodes he has with local artists. You will discover some new ones there, and it will make you a better person for it. I'd like to thank everybody for listening. Remember to subscribe to us in your favorite podcast app or from the RSS feature in your browser. Tell your family and friends, share. The more you share, the more we grow. The more we grow, the more this takes hold. And now that you're all caught up on this, go check out our friends over at failoverradio.com. They live streaming music all day. Well, it's not live. It's streaming music from local and artisan type bands all day long, 24 hours. You can find them over there at failoverradio.com and let them be the local soundtrack to your day. Anyway, until next time, peace.
Here I go again, a whiskey river dreaming. Don't wanna see the end. An hour later, bending. you see